guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about everything that you need to know about the Disney Resort mugs. So if you guys remember back in the day when we used to have the dining plan, remember those wonderful, amazing days? Hopefully it'll be coming back soon. We would get the resort refillable mugs with the dining plan. So they were essentially free. It was just gifted to you with the dining plan. Otherwise, you pay $19.99 per resort mug with unlimited free refills at all of the Disney resorts. So today I'm going to talk about my most recent experience with, for the very first time, actually purchasing these, because they did not come with the dining plan because there was no dining plan, and if I think they're worth their value. And I am so excited to talk about this today because I was blown away with the research that I did on the refillable Disney resort mugs. So first of all, let's talk about the mugs themselves. They're so cute this year. Here is the one that I purchased. We have a family of 5, so everyone got one of these mugs. Here is a similar design, but this one is in black. And then back here you can see some of the others that we had on the trip because, again, we have a big family. But my favorite mug of them all is my Christmas one that I got a few years back. And I have to say the holiday resort mugs are my favorite. They're just so cute and they're fun, and I love the theming. I would love to get a Halloween one at some point in time. But I also want to show you how they do fade over the years. So this is an older one, and you can see it's kind of like scratched up and the picture is no longer perfect on it. This probably ended up in the dishwasher a few times, and that will tend to take the paint off. So if you really want to preserve them, hand wash them gently so that you can really get your time out of them, because they will fade after a while. Okay, so let's talk about the price and if it's worth your while. All right, so I worked out some number for you guys, going from like probably the minimal amount that you would likely use your mug to something a little bit more normal, what my family used in my experience, because we don't spend a whole lot of time at the resort. And that is why I was very apprehensive to purchasing these refillable mugs, because I'm thinking, if we're spending most of our times in the Disney parks, why am I going to spend, for me, $100 to have these refillable mugs? First of all, they are super cute, and it is a great souvenir to bring home. Second of all, I figured at the very least I would be getting coffee every single morning, which I did. So we were away for 12 days, so definitely just getting coffee alone would be worth my while. But in a 6-day trip, if you were to refill your mug 6 times just with coffee, it would cost you $19.74 plus tax. So right there, you would already be making your money back on a 6-day trip just getting 6 drinks, whether it be coffee or fountain soda or hot chocolate. So I also wrote down the prices of all the drinks that we purchased, or that we did not have to purchase, I should say, on the trip. So what my family ended up drinking most often in the resort mugs is coffee, which is $3.29 if I were to purchase it through Disney at the resort. They had vitamin water, which was $4.49. They had that in the place where you would just do refillable fountain drinks. They also had hot cocoa, which was $3.29, and all of the fountain sodas, which was $3.99. So what you do is you take your refillable mug over to the area where you would, refill it with, say, fountain soda. There's this little digital sign that will show up, and it will tell you how long you have to use your mug. So the days of purchasing a mug in September and going back in, I don't know, November and thinking you're going to be using that same mug because maybe the design had not changed yet, those days are over. They actually have something some kind of chip on the bottom of the mug. I don't see anything, but there's definitely something here that detects your mug and tells you when your trip ends and when the last day of your refill would be. So you cannot get over on them. You only have up until the end of your visit, but even if you do a split stay, which we did, we were actually staying in 3 different resorts. So we went from the All-Star Movies to the Animal Kingdom Lodge to the beach club, and we brought our mugs with us every place that we went, and it worked out all of the resorts. So if you're hopping around, even if you're just taking it with you to different resorts, it will work. And I almost forgot to tell you guys, they have an adorable Star Wars insulated mug for $29.99 that you can upgrade to. And they also have some really cute Skyliner mugs right now. So just wanted you to be aware, there are so many options. Being that we had a 12-day trip, it was definitely well worth the value for us because we use the mugs every morning usually for hot cocoa or coffee, and then we use them if we came back to go to the pool. I would get some vitamin water. Sometimes my kids would refill with a soda, and then in the evening the kids would get hot cocoa, or maybe I would get like a decaf coffee or a hot chocolate. So we probably each had about 2 to 3 drinks a day in the refillable mug. So I did the math on that. You guys are going to be amazed. For 12 days of coffee, this is just for me, was $39.48. For 4 days of vitamin water was $17.96, and 4 days of a soda refill was $15.96. Now that was just for me. So the total value of that was about $80, $79.98. And after investing the $20, I saved $60. And that's just on drinks for myself, just at the resort alone. So totally worth the value. And like I said, when the dining plan is around, these mugs usually are included. So think about how much money you're saving if you just want to incorporate that in the price of the dining plan itself and the value of the mugs. If you're going to use them at all, you're really getting a good value on that. Okay, so I did the math for my whole family. You guys are going to be amazed. So I calculated the drinks that my kids had throughout the week, as well as myself and my husband, and it came to $480, okay? That's the total. And we spent $100 on the mugs because we bought 5, so that saved us $380 in drinks. It just goes to show you, number one, how expensive drinks are. So I mostly drink water, but I definitely have coffee in the morning, and because we were so incredibly active and spending a lot of time in the sun, I really appreciated having the vitamin water, so I really was able to get full use out of it. Now, if you're the type of family who is going to just get up early and leave without getting any drinks and not coming back until late at night, obviously it might not be worth it to you, but in our experience, this was so worth it because I am always going to get coffee in the morning, and most likely I'm either going to have a drink for our pool time or in the evening. So totally worth its value, without a doubt. I was amazed because I really did not think it was going to be worth the value, and I never really looked into how expensive the drinks were. Seriously, a coffee is $3.29. Now, the coffee part is what kind of became a little bit challenging for me on the days where we were walking into the Disney parks. Our family typically stays at the beach club because it's my favorite resort in Disney, hands down. And I would fill my mug, bring it back to the room. Typically, I would want to bring it with me to the park, whether we're driving there or walking there or taking the Skyliner or whatever we're doing. I usually have a coffee in hand because we're going incredibly early in the morning and waiting online to get in. And I learned a little trick that I'll share with you guys. So you fill your coffee in the cafeteria area and then you bring it back to your room. Oftentimes there are those lidded disposable cups in your room. I know for us in the beach club, we did have them in our little kitchenette area. This is not a guarantee for every room that you stay in, but even if you wanted to pack some of those disposable cups that have a lid that you can throw out, I would pour my coffee into that cup and take it to to the park with me so that I would not have to carry around the mug with me all day. So that was like my only little bit of a challenge, but really not a challenge at all, because there were times that I brought my mug with me. I rinsed it out and threw it in my backpack. It wasn't a major big deal, but it's just one less thing to have to be responsible for carrying around. And on the days that we drove into the parks, I would just leave it in the car and then bring it back with me at night. So that was no big deal either. But the refillable mugs, 100% worth the value. If you're going to have at least one drink a day and you're staying at least 6 days, totally worth it. You're going to either break even and get a really cute mug to bring home, or you're going to save a whole bunch of money. So in my opinion, you absolutely need to get one of these adorable, refillable Disney resort mugs. Keep in mind, they can only be used at all of the Disney resorts. They cannot be used in the Animal Kingdom, the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, or Hollywood Studios, cannot be used in any of the water parks. You need to use them in a Disney resort. But if you are going to visit other resorts, bring it with you because you can fill it up and it's totally free. It's already prepaid. All right, that's going to be it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know in the comments below if your family typically purchases these mugs. Also, if you need help planning your Disney trip, or if you have any questions, you can always reach me at my email, jenbrennan@mickeyworldtravel.com. All of my links are below, and I will also leave a link to the blog below where I talk about all of this there as well and share some photographs and things that may interest you. So make sure you do check out the blog, WDW Bloggers. And that's going to be it for today. Like, subscribe. Can't wait to hear your comments, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.